Hello, I'm Foulplay Gaming and welcome to this Achroma card game video. Today's video is a very special one. We are continuing to take a first look at the new realm, Warriors of Wishwell. If you haven't yet seen this realm, check out the previous video from yesterday where we have a look at the cards for the first time. If you want to pick up your cards, there's a link down in the description. But this video is having a look at the gameplay from this realm. So there are 3 games that we are going to be playing for you guys, so that therefore you can see each of the 6 decks being played once. In this video, you're going to see one of those games, which is going to be Chieftain Snorre of Briscavi, which is an Achroma deck, versus one of the Holder Troll decks, Chieftess Astrid of Lacringi. And then in the next following 2 videos coming out over the next few days, you're going to see the other 2 games. So let's get into it and see how a game plays out in this realm, Warriors of Wishwell. So obviously, as it's a 2-player game, you won't draw or trade at the start,
Nope.
So just go straight to your deploy, basically.
Yep, straight into my deploy. I'm going to deploy location. It is a common location called Lacringi Mines. It will cost me 2. And in the resolve step, it has a +2.
Very nice.
Yes, indeed. It's very pretty, actually. Well, I'm going to do this anyway. I'm also going to play Lacringi Cliff Dwelling. It is an uncommon location, and it will cost me 3. 1, 2, 3. It'll give me a +1 in the resolve, but what I like about it is that it has an action for when I actually place it. So find a holder troll with a shard value of 4 or less. So I will be having a quick look.
4 or less, that's quite powerful. You know, there are a lot of your rares and stuff.
All right, I'm going to take out. So I just picked up Leaf of Lacringi from my action from Lacringi Cliff Dwelling, and that is a rare. Thank you. That is a rare heroic character. So when he is played, it will be a +1 for each of my locations, and if I have Lacringi Garden on my canvas, it'll be a +2.
Very nice.
No, I'm not going to deploy anything else. I'm going to go to my resolve, so I get a +3. And then I am going to draw a card, and that will end my turn.
Alrighty. So I will start my turn by drawing. Let's have a little look. So I'm going to spend 3 to play this one, which hopefully... So I do apologize on the video. For those that watch my videos, normally I would bring the cards up on screen to be shown, the digital versions. However, the digital versions don't get released until the 20th of October, and we're recording this a few days prior. So unfortunately, folks, I'm going to have to do my best to just make sure the camera, there we go, goes in. So I'm going to play Briscavi's Samir Totem, which it costs 3. It steals based on how many Samir trolls I have on my canvas. So I'm going to place that down there. Costs me 3. And unsurprisingly, I am going to get a troll out so I can do a little bit of stealing. And the troll I'm going to get out is for 5. And it is indeed, I got lucky, picked it up in my first turn. It is my legendary, which is Chieftain Snorre of Briscavi. He has Rage, which I'll explain what Rage means when I actually get to the attack phase. And characters also get protection during the first attack on each turn with a -2. So I'll get him down. So I'm going to go to my resolve step just because I can't really afford to play much else. So I get to -2. And I also get to steal because I have 1 troll. And I'm going to end my turn by drawing. I'll worry about trading at the start of my next turn. And yeah, I'll end my turn there. So, I mean, I was going to mention it. I was going to mention it when I get to my attack phase, but I'll mention it now because it might affect how you play your card. So the way Rage works is Rage means that I can attack twice. So that character alone can attack twice. But with his ability, he means that for his first attack, he's protected, so he will take no damage in return. Effectively, he gets 1 free attack followed by his normal attack, effectively.
Okay, I am going to trade. I'm going to trade Lacringi Totem Worship, which is an action. It will give me 4 back. I'm kind of hoping that I've got more than one of those. Okay, can't attack because I don't have any characters out, so I'll go on to the deploy. Okay, I'm going to deploy Leaf of Lacringi.
Okay.
For 3.
Yep.
Now, I'm also going to deploy Lacringi Miner. Look at that guy. Bamf. So he cost me 2. 1, 2. He's a common card, and his ability is that the shard value of objects of power while in player's hand is reduced by 1 shard.
That goes for all
That
players.
goes for all players,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
So it means that you can play it for cheaper, but it also means that it is not as strong either.
I think, the shard value of objects whilst in a player's hand is reduced by 1. So when you play them, they have the full strength.
Yes.
It just means it's a bit like in Fall of Flutterby with the coloured shards. So it just means they're cheaper to play for both of us, but also cheaper to trade, so you get less of a trade value.
Yes, that's it. I will move over to my resolve. So I'll start in the top right. So I get a +1 from Leaf. I get a +2 from Lacringi Miner. I get a +2 from Lacringi Mines and a +1 from the Cliff Dwelling. Now, I also have Leaf out, so I get a +1 for each of my locations. I don't have Lacringi Garden out, so it's just +1, so I get another 2.
Okay.
I am then going to draw, but I'm not ending my turn yet. I'm playing an action, and I am playing Lacringi Way, which will cost me 3.
An uncommon.
Yes.
Yeah, erase 1 character with an Achroma and 1 location with an Achroma from your canvas. Wow. So that costs only 3 to basically wipe my canvas.
Yes, indeed.
Wow,
so,
very strong.
I'm doing that. So that will go over to Midregs.
Fair play.
And then that does end my turn.
Okay, very strong. Okay, so I'm in a bit of a situation where obviously I'm leaving myself low on shards. And I don't mind being honest that I've got a couple of objects that I would have normally liked to have traded, but I guess it's going to be a bit harder to trade them now.
Yes, that was my plan. Sure.
So I'm going to start my turn. I am actually going to, even though it's only going to give me 2 shards, I am going to start by actually trading Briskavi's Snare, which is an object of power. When the attached character damages a character, the damaged character cannot attack for this turn or the next one. So it's kind of like stunning the other person for a turn. So I'll then go to my deploy phase. I'm going to spend 3 to play one of my rare locations called Briskavi Falls. So it cost me 3. It's a steal 2. Action, I get to dig for a character, so you know I'm going to get my legendary back.
Yeah.
And also, once per turn, I can erase a location with a shard value of X, and X is the number of trolls on my canvas. So essentially, once per turn, I can erase one of your locations every turn, but it's only based on the shard value. So obviously, he's not out yet. Obviously, this is the one I've dug for. You know, even if I had him back out there, I could only erase a location with 1 shard. So I'm gonna even to erase this one alone, I'd have to have 2 trolls out. So it is a very strong card, but it's very much, you know, I wouldn't have played this yet if it wasn't for the fact that I get to dig for my Chieftain.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so there's not really anything else I can really do in my deploy phase purely because of how many shards I've got. So I'll go to my resolve step, which is at least to drain 2 from you, just to steal 2. Yeah, I'm gonna end my turn by drawing. I'm kind of hoping to get a card that that's worth trading. Okay, so I'm my turn there.
Okie dokie. I'm going to draw at the start of my turn. Okay. Can't attack as there is nothing for me to attack, so I will move over to my deploy. I am going to deploy Lacringi Cliff Dwelling, so I have 2 of those.
Yep.
So that will cost me 3. 1, 2, 3. I get to find a holder troll with a shard value of 4 or less. I'm going to find a Lacringi Shield Maiden.
Yeah.
A common card that has Shield Wall 1. So characters on my canvas get an additional strength when defending. So yes, that
Obviously, she goes into your hand.
Yeah, she goes into my hand, and I need to shuffle. All right, so I deployed 1 card so far. So I might as well deploy Lacringi Shield Maiden anyway.
Yep.
So that'll cost me 2. I now have Shield Wall 1. That's pretty cool. So I'll move on to my resolve phase now. I'll do it as I did before, where I just go by the top right corner first. So 1 from Leaf, 2 from Lacringi Miner, 1 from Shield Maiden, 2 from Lacringi Mines, 1 from Cliff Dwelling, another from Cliff Dwelling, and then Leaf +1 for each of your locations. And I don't have Lacringi Garden out yet, so I will just get 3. And then I'm going to draw, and that ends my turn.
So, I'm gonna start my turn by. I'll be honest. So I'm really. I need to find some like. I'm hoping that. I mean, I did have a look at this deck in the reveal yesterday, but I can't remember. I can't remember exactly what was in here. I know there are some board clears in this deck, but my question is, do I just draw for now, not play very much, potentially let you snowball more, but hope that I can find a card I need to destroy, or do I go for something more? No, I think I will try my best. I mean, you might have another Lacringy Way just ready to deploy anyway, but I have to take the risk of... I need to start basically clearing your board.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start my turn by trading. I don't really want to trade this, but I have to if I want to play a move. So I'm going to trade Brascari Cave Delling, which is basically the same as your Lacringy Cliff Dwelling, where it would cost 3, and as an action I would get to find a Smear Troll, which, in fairness, I probably shouldn't be trading this because my Brascavi Falls allow, I need characters. But right now I'll be honest, it's the only card in my hand that's going to get me the shards I need to then, on my turn, obviously play my Chieftain again. He's back, bringing me down to 2. I will not play anything else. I'll just go to my Resolve, which, again, I'm just trying to keep you from getting too high. So I get to -2 and steal 2 from you, bring you back down to 9.
Okay.
And I'll end my turn by drawing.
I'm going to start my turn by drawing. I'm not going to attack. All of my characters are quite valuable in the Resolve phase. And in order to kill Legendary, I would have to use Leaf and one of these. I'm going to go straight to deploy. I'm going to deploy Cave Snail. He's a little cutie.
Oh, it's very cute.
I know, right? Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
just forgetting to bring it up to the camera.
If you give me the card first, I can always bring it up because I'll get the focus in.
Yeah,
Cave
so
Snail?
he costs me 1, and he gives me 1 block.
Yep,
So,
very fair play.
yeah, I like the little lore bit where it's literally just one line saying, even snails are painted with chroma. That's cute. So, right, we'll go with the top right again. So, 1 from Leaf, 2 from Miner, 1 from Shield Maiden, 2 from Mines, 1 from Cliff, another from Cliff, and then +1 for each of my locations, so 3.
Very strong.
Yep, and then I'm going to play an action called Icy Waters.
Yep.
It's a really pretty card. The moment I saw it, I was like, wow.
Yeah, really pretty.
That will cost me 2. And choose a character. They cannot attack until my next turn. So I'm choosing your legendary Snorre.
Yep, so he can't attack.
Yes, indeed. And then I'm going to draw, and that will end my turn.
I'll start my turn by drawing. Obviously, I can't attack because of the Icy Waters stopping my character from attacking. I am going to, in my deploy phase for 3, bring me down to 1 shard, play one of my rares. So this is, if I get him focused, Brynhild of Brascavi.
I think it's Brynhild.
Brynhild. He looks like Squidward. That's all I know about. So he costs 3. He gives all characters on my canvas rage. So technically he's got 2 rage now, and he's a steal 2.
So because Snorre has got 2 rage now, what does that mean for
It
when
stacks.
he's able to attack?
So he can attack 3 times in one turn.
He can attack 3 times in 1 turn.
Yes,
okay.
but keep in mind that every even that the first attack he'd have protection, the second attack he would take damage, the third take damage. So, for example, let's say the first attack I attacked her and killed her with protection. Second attack this person, second attack this person, I would die because I'd have taken 5 shards of damage. So, like, attacking 3 times sounds all well and good, but you are going to have to like limit how much you do.
Yeah, ideally you kind of want to stack them with objects of power or something.
Exactly. So there's nothing else I'm going to play during my deploy phase, but I am going to activate my ability on Brascari Falls, which I'll read out again, is once per turn, erase a location with a shard value of up to X, and X is the number of Smear Trolls. So because I have 2, I can now erase a location with 2 shards. Yeah, it's unfortunately only Lacringy Mines, but I'll get rid of that one. And then I'll go to my Resolve. So I've got 4 steel and 2 minus. You have 1 block, so presumably you'll steal the steel.
I'll block a
so
steal.
I'll get 3 steel and 2 minus, bringing you back down to 12.
Oh, wow.
And I will end my turn by drawing.
I'm going to start my turn by drawing. All right. I'm going to take a little bit of a risk here. Although actually I should really think about whether I'm going to be attacking or not.
So the only character so just to be very clear so you do have Shield Wall, but just to be very clear how Shield Wall works, we haven't actually spoken about it in this game so far. So the way Shield Wall works is when because this character has Shield Wall 1, it means whenever I attack any of your characters, all of these characters, thanks to this character, will do 1 damage extra back.
Okay.
So if I attack your snail
Yeah.
whilst she's out, you'll be doing 2 damage back, 3
Right.
damage back, 3 damage back.
So it comes
4
down
damage.
to the number in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah. So where it says shield wall 1, it's
Yes.
adding 1 to the attack value when being attacked, not its life. So it doesn't give it, these. Still
It doesn't give it an extra shard.
Yes.
It gives it an extra number on its attack power.
Strength. Yes.
Yes.
But that's only when you're being attacked. So during your attack phase, shield wall is effectively null and void.
As tempting as it is, I'm actually not going to attack. I'm going to leave it as is. I'm going to deploy Eric of Lacringi. Thank you. I keep forgetting that. How much does he cost me? He cost me 4.
Costs 4.
He's a heroic. He's uncommon. And when I play him, I get to find an object of power and then dig for an object of power. Now, I don't actually have any objects inside of my dreg, so I can't dig for one, but I can find one. So I have dug for Lacringi Catapult, which is an uncommon.
Okay, so you got Lacringi Catapult from your deck,
Yes,
which
indeed.
is to, when you play that action, you get to drain 2 shards from any card. Very interesting.
Yep, and because I have my Lacringi Miner down, the shard value of objects of power while in my hand is reduced by 1 shard, so technically it only costs me 1. Before I play that, I'm going to deploy my legendary, Chieftess Astrid of Lacringi. That cost me 5.
Yeah.
So I get Shield Wall 2.
Yeah, and that does stack. So now between these two, effectively you've got Shield Wall 3, meaning that all of your characters currently do 3 extra damage when being attacked.
Okay. And in the resolve stage, I will get +2 for each holder troll on my canvas.
Cool.
I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to deploy
your catapult.
my object of power, Lacringi Catapult, which I'm just going to attach to. Actually, no, wait. Hang on a second. No, I'm going to attach it to Leaf.
Okay.
That will have a +1. And now that I've played that, drain 2 shards from any card.
Which there's no point in doing it because obviously the cards will hit at the end of the turn anyway.
No,
so.
yeah, that's true. But, for lore purposes, I have drained Brynhild.
Okay.
I will now move on to my resolve phase, which is because I've now deployed all of my cards.
Yep.
So we'll go from the top right again. So +1 for Leaf, +1 for the Lacringi Catapult, +2 for the Miner, 1 for the Shield Maiden. Nothing at the top for Astrid yet. +1 for Dwelling, +1 for Dwelling. Now we'll go for the bottom bit, which is +1 for each of your locations. I have 2. And then it's over to Astrid, who gives me +2 for each holder troll on your canvas. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep, that's
She
right.
count?
Yeah, she counts herself because there's nothing for her in the resolve. So yeah, she counts herself.
Okay, so
it would say other trolls if it was
Right.
different.
Oh yes.
Remember, it's very
Okay.
specific.
So that's 10.
Very nice.
Okay. I will then draw, and that ends my turn.
Okay. So this is going to be an interesting turn because it's currently 2v, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to start my turn by drawing.
But you've got something good in there, though.
No, I'll be honest, I haven't. I've got loads of, I know some of the cards that are in there that would, completely be changed. I don't want to say, I've had bad cards, because I haven't. I've got a rare legendary. But, I know for a fact there are cards in there that if I'd have had in my hand right now, it would be game over. Not game over, but, it would be a big swap.
Yeah.
But I do have something I can do, but I don't know whether it'll be enough to stop you from winning next turn, so we'll see. So I'm going to go to my attack phase. To be very clear, this Chieftain has 2 rages, so I can technically attack 3 times with him. And this character has 2, basically 1 rage, so I can attack twice with him. And keep in mind that both of these have protection on their first attack because of the fact that, because of him. So my first move is I'm going to use Chieftain to attack your Chieftess. Because I would do 5 damage and that will kill her. She will do technically 8 damage back because shield wall 3, but I have protection, meaning it won't do anything. So I'll raise your legendary. I will then use his second attack this turn to so this will be unprotected. I'm going to attack Lacringi Shield Maiden. I'm going to get rid of her. So she'll do 3 damage back, so he's now down to 2 shards. And with his final attack, I'm going to attack Cave Snail because at least then he stays on 1 shard, so I'm not going to lose my legendary. So I've done it in a way that it means I can actually erase 3 cards without actually killing him. So then he still has 2 attacks.
Yep.
I will do the first one whilst he has protection on Leaf and your catapult.
Okay.
So it will erase the catapult, but won't erase Leaf.
Okay.
And then this. Now I have a choice really. So on my second, I can't do anything about him. On my second attack, I could kill Lacringi Miner. It would get rid of the miner, and I would stay alive. Or I could get rid of Leaf. I would be dying for it, but at least it would stop your extra location. But then again, he's currently getting +3. He's going to you know what? I'll go for the miner. I'll kill the miner, because at least that way I can keep my... Because he's got steel too, that's quite important. So at least I've managed to get rid of 4 of your characters in one turn, which isn't too bad.
Yeah.
So I'll then go to my deployment phase. I'm going to play Cave Spider for 1. Cave Spider, he's basically like Funguire or Rabid Dog. He is a simple poisonous character, but he only costs 1. Nothing in the resolve though. He's just a nice little way of, getting some poisonous out. And I'm also going to, this will cost me 2 because I've got rid of your one that makes it cheaper. Give a Briscavi Fishing Spear to Brainhild, just so he's not easily as killable. And I should put that on the screen as well. It is a 2-cost object of power. It gives the attached character rage, so now he can attack 3 times as well. And it's also an extra -1 in the resolve step. Okay. So I'll go to my resolve phase, which is I get to. You have no block now, so I get to steal 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I get to -2. And then -1 for the spear. So I unless you've got something really powerful, I hopefully have stopped you from winning in the next turn. And I will draw and end my turn there.
Okay, I'm going to draw. Oh yeah, Spider's poisonous, isn't he?
Spider is poisonous, so you could kill him, but you would lose. And if you don't kill him, you know that next turn he's going to attack one of them and get rid of them anyway.
Yeah.
So it's brilliant. Like poisonous is just such a great card to get out, because unless you have a card that is to, erase a character with an Achroma in it or something, it's just a guaranteed next turn he's going to get rid of one of your characters.
Well, I am going to attack the spider anyway. I'm going to attack him with Eric of Lacringi.
Yep.
So Eric dies because of the poison. Move into my deploy phase now, as I'm not going to attack any further. I am going to play Magnus of Lacringi, who is an uncommon for 4.
Yeah,
yes,
4.
1, 2, 3.
Oh,
4.
and actually you can dig for a character, so that's why you've done that.
Yes,
and then you get to replay him and find another object of power. Very interesting.
No, I am going to be digging for my legendary.
Oh, of course, your legendary. Yeah, I forgot I killed her. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me, Charlie.
Yeah.
Okay, so Astrid of Lacringi is now in my hand. Okay, next I am going to play... I'll be playing Hold a Tail Whip. 5.
So raise
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so this is one of your rares. So erase a character and a location from any canvas, and you gain the shards from one of them.
Yep.
So obviously the location's never going. You're going to get rid of my legendary or this one?
I'm going to be getting rid of your legendary.
Okay, so legendary, and I'm guessing you'll gain the shards from that.
I would like the shards from
that,
please.
Yes, well done. So that gets you 5 shards
back. Which is nice, because that actually pays
for
itself. No, I will deploy her
I think that's
again.
probably a good idea, to be honest.
So she cost me 5, so I've just gone back. Okay, so now I'm in my resolve. So I get +2 from Magnus. I get +1 at the top from Leaf. +1 from Lacringi Cliff Dwelling, and another one. +1 for each of your locations. I have 2 locations out. And I have 2 Holder Trolls. I have 3 Holder Trolls out, sorry. So that is 6. 6.
Cool.
6. There we go. And then I'm going to draw. And that will end my turn.
All right. I'm going to be honest. Unless I draw some form of like really good board clear, I feel like I'm not going to be able to stop you in the next turn. But we'll see. So I'll start by drawing. It's not really what I need, if I'm honest, but we'll see. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind showing my cards at this point, because I'm pretty certain it might be. No, you know what? It might not be GG. I know for a fact that I have a rare action here. I think it costs 3. Which would board clear.
Yeah.
Basically, in my mind, I could use Brainhild now to kill your Chieftain. At least that would stop you getting an extra 6 in the resolve phase. I really don't want to get rid of all this nice minus because I want to be able to steal from you, but I'm going to do it. So in my attack phase, yeah, I'll kill your Chieftain.
Okay.
Obviously, that will kill me straight back.
It's Chieftess.
Chieftess.
Actually.
I'll then go to my deploy phase, which I'm not going to deploy anything because I'll be honest, I don't mind saying that I have 3 characters in my hand, but all of them are weaker than what you've got on the board. And I've got a couple of objects of power, which I don't really want to. If I put a character and an object down, I'm not going to have enough shards at the end to potentially do what I would need to do. So I'm just going to. So I'm going to draw a card to end my turn, and yeah, unfortunately that doesn't help me. So. Yeah, that will literally be the end of my turn. Hopefully, I've done enough at least to stop you from winning on this turn, but I am desperate at this point for a clearance card.
Okay, I'm going to draw. I'm going to deploy my Shield Maiden. 2.
Yep, we've seen her before, the one that gives everyone shield wall 1.
I'm going to play Lacringi Miner. I am.
Yep.
I wasn't going to because of the objects of power, and I know that you've got at least one of them in your hand. But you know, I'm gonna do it anyway. It cost me 2. I do have an object of power that I'm going to deploy for free because it was only 1 shard anyway. It's called an Orium Drill.
I know you're attaching it to.
Took away a shard there. I'm going to put it onto Leaf. There we are. Okay. So into the resolve for me. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. 1, 2, 1, 1, and then 1, 2.
Damn. Is that a card that costs 4?
I'm not gonna lie. I could trade to win.
Then do it. Like, don't.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we're playing these games as tester games. The first game's like, if you can win. Don't because if you now decided to not do it, and then I got my card which raised everything, and I win, then it wouldn't be a fair example of actually you playing a game. So if you can win, you win.
That's true, but it would be fun. All right then, I will trade Imbued in the Forges.
Let's see what that was, just to be clear. So, so the card that you would have traded is Imbued in the Forges. Deploy an object of power for free and gain +2 for each object on your canvas. So I'm guessing you've been waiting to play that because
I was thinking.
You wanted to have a few characters.
There was a couple of times where I nearly played it just to get out an object of power.
Yeah.
But.
Out of interest, let's just see how many cards I was away from like something that could have like board wiped. So that was just that's a standard small location. That would have been useful for me to then trade, but let's just see. I won't read out every card. There we go. So it's actually a few cards away. Smear Smash. So this one is erase all other cards on all other canvases with a shard value of 4 or less. So it doesn't do anything to myself, but that would have literally erased your entire canvas.
Wow.
So, there are cards, and I knew that cost quite a lot. So if I had have picked that up and after spending it, I would have been annoyed. So that was a very, very fun game.
Next one.
It was definitely more sided towards as in like you definitely had the stronger game. But it was really interesting to see how Rage really turned the tide of the battle.
Very much so.
Obviously, it's just very unlucky to me that you had a couple of good actions to be able to clear.
You were unlucky that I happened to have Magnus as well.
Yeah,
as soon as you got rid of Chieftess, I didn't really mind because I knew that I could just get her again.
Yeah. But no, very good game. Thank you very much, Ria. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this game. So this has been Chieftain Snorre of Briscavi, which is a Samir Troll, versus the Chieftess of Lacringi. If you want to purchase one of these, make sure you click on the link down in the description to have a look at the Warriors of Wishwell realm. And if you want to see the other games, in the next couple of days, we're going to be releasing the next games following on with the other decks. But thank you very much for watching. I've been Fabler Gaming. She's been Carry On My Way With None. Stay wholesome.